Hi, this is Shape of a Person, and I am Becky.
And I'm Melissa.
We are ESOL, English for Speakers of Other Languages, at Lone Star, and we are talking to our students today because we learn so much from them. We love our students, and we want to share them with you. Today we are going to talk with Samandra. She's from Colombia. She is extremely vibrant, positive, inspiring, and she tells us a little bit about how she was raised and her childhood, and how she's living her life now in the United States, soaking up every new experience. We hope you enjoy her as much as we do. Samandra, thank you so much for being here today. We're really excited to talk with you. Why don't we start by having you just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm more than happy. I'm excited.
Oh.
Not just because, okay, we are starting something that will be good for the community, but also for the experience, to practice my classes, finally.
All that English practice.
Yeah, put it to use.
Here's the final
my
exam.
teachers, you are grading me right now.
There will not be a grade on this.
Okay, I'm from Colombia. I'm almost 50. I have 2 children. I pretend I have 2 children, that they are 2 adults. And I'm here, like, I cannot say living the American dreams because I never planned. It wasn't my plan to, I want to migrate. No, something like that was just the universe, like serendipity, you say in English? What's that?
Well, how did the universe tell you that?
Yeah.
Like, how did you, what was the story of how you came here?
About 4 years ago, my cousin, she had cancer, and she asked me to help.
I didn't know
Okay,
that.
my family is big,
Sure.
the big ones, but everybody was super busy. However, we had a real connection, that thing that you say, this is my person. Even when you don't talk all the time, you say, something happened with me today, I want to tell her.
Yes, right.
And when she was sick and she asked me, do you want to come to visit me? And I say, okay, number 1, I will, I want, but number 2, I don't have visa.
Yeah,
And she say, okay, let's do it. Usually it takes you like 2 years, the process.
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
you start asking for the appointment and the whole process. And actually it was like that. Okay, your appointment will be for 2026. And I just say, okay, with my no English, I say, I try to read and translating. I say, oh, look, they are an email. And I can say, okay, this is something special.
Yes.
And I just text them and say, oh, you know, my cousin, she's sick and she wants to, I help her.
Yeah.
About 20 minutes, they respond me and say, okay, your appointment is in 2 days. It was super fast. And then you just buy the tickets to come.
That is not what I
was
thought
a
you were going to
miracle,
say.
really.
But I'm
Yes.
so
Miracle.
glad that you took the initiative to
Yes.
let them know that this was a special situation.
And that they
Yeah.
made an exception.
Yes.
Yeah, they do that.
Yes, yes, they should. So you did not speak any English then, or just a
No.
little? None.
Little, like, the pencil is on the table. Hello, things.
Where is the
things
bathroom,
like that.
please?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But, okay, I came and I spent here like 2 months with her. And she had 2 kids. For 2 days was like, hi, good morning, hi, good morning.
and
Do
that's
her
it.
kids not speak Spanish?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, my
No.
goodness. Okay.
Just her.
Just her, yeah.
But she obviously was sick, and sometimes she was super sleepy.
Of course.
And I was like, okay, I'm here for her. And hi, kids.
Yeah.
I cannot to talk with them. And just my Google Translate all the time.
yes.
Wow.
Okay, I had to go back to Colombia. After that, she said me, you know, I feel bad again. I want you to come back. And I say, okay, I'm not working. My kids, they already don't need me anymore.
Yeah.
And I came for 2-3 months again. And she said to me, okay, but this time, I don't want you to let me like that. And we have to find a nurse. And I said, okay, now I feel better because I'm leaving, but she's with someone.
Yes.
this person
Not
wasn't
good.
what we were expecting. We were expecting, and I have to go back
A third time.
a third
Wow.
time. And this time, she was really sick, and she said me, I don't know what was happening. We have to go to the doctor, and they say, okay, now it's really bad, and she passed away.
I'm so sorry.
Sammy, I didn't know that.
She passed
Oh, I'm
away.
sorry.
When she passed away, I moved my
Yeah.
return to Colombia,
Yeah.
and I went back to Colombia.
What year was this? Sorry, that she died. How long ago was that?
3 years ago.
Okay. Okay.
And then I went back to Colombia. When she died, everything on my world, my our universe, changed. Everything
course,
switched, and I say,
yes.
okay, she was super worker. I have never met or known someone like her. She worked 35 hours a day, and I say, life is super unpredictable, and so I don't want to spend my whole life doing what I'm doing now, and I have to change everything like that. And I just, Guy, was amazing to live with you, 27 years, but
Yeah.
stop. I don't want to get all in this situation that you are not happy, me neither. So be friends. We can live together, but not like
Wait,
couples.
this was your husband, so you. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Continue.
So
And
it was
then-
it was life changing.
Yes,
It changed
wow.
the whole
Absolutely.
perspective.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was being mom, just that, working at
Yes,
home,
yes.
doing everything
Yes.
at home. And I say, okay, now I have to work outside. It was amazing, like when you are
Wow.
20.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Everything's
starting
since
over.
the beginning.
Wow.
So what did you do?
And I just sent some resumes. Everybody say,
Okay.
but you have been outside the work.
Sure.
So I say, no, I was working at home.
Yes, that's
raising my
right.
kids.
Yes.
So come see my kids.
Yeah.
This is my
Look
job.
at my product.
I
Yeah. I
have
did a
one
good
diploma and one specialization.
Yes, right.
And finally I got a job. I was working in what's the name of the company? Clothing for
okay.
Adidas and other companies. But it wasn't my dream.
Sure.
I like everything like manual jobs,
Sure.
handicraft. But they say, I don't want to stay here. It's like slaving. Say, no. One day my cousin husband,
Yes. Okay.
he called me, hi, how are you doing? Call me, no, text me, because I didn't speak Spanish, English yet.
yes,
Oh,
right.
now I don't speak Spanish too. And they say, I'm okay, I'm right, but really I'm bored here.
Interesting. Yeah.
And he said, we miss you, the kids miss you. And I said, I miss them too.
Yeah.
And I already started learning English online.
Okay.
And I say, I'm learning English to be able to talk with them. Because when she died, my story
Yeah.
When she was dying, in that moment I say, okay, this is time because your body doesn't support anything else. I will be here for your kids.
Yeah.
So if that makes you feel better, just fly. This is your time. I will be for them if they want, and if they dare to accept my proposal. And when he say me, okay, we love you, and the kids, they miss you. And I say, I'm doing anything here.
Yes. It's so interesting to me that you formed that kind of bond with them, even though you didn't speak English then and they didn't speak Spanish, but just you were still able, I suppose, surviving your cousin's death together brought you, bonded you, and I'm so proud that he asked you for help. That's hard to do, I would think.
And they say, because at the beginning was just 3 months. He said,
Sure.
you can come. I can offer I will pay you or something. And I say, number one, I don't want you to pay me because I don't want to be your employee.
Yes, right.
And your family.
Yes.
They are my cousin.
Yeah.
If I will die, I'm sure she will care about my kids.
That's right. That's right.
With no expectation, no financial. And he said, okay. And I came for 3 months when my time here was almost expiring.
Yes.
And he said, what about you stay longer? And I say, yeah, you sure? But I think it take a longer process and we have to do a lot of paper. And he said, let's start.
The visas you were getting were just for 3 months at a time?
Just
Is that
for
how they
3
worked?
months.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
my visa is for 10 years.
Oh, okay.
But I can stay just 180 days
Days.
per year.
Okay.
So you have to
I
like
understand.
keep going back and
Keep
forth.
going back.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And so he started the process,
Wow.
paying for everything that he has to pay.
Sure.
And the lawyer said, but you know, she cannot be like, okay, an extension, and now one more extension. We have to fix the real.
Right.
Have a
And
long-term
then
plan.
someone say, what if she start going classes?
Yeah, student
Because
visa, yeah.
it'll be okay. She will learn something. She will learn English.
That's right.
And also we have the option to stay longer with the
Yeah.
kids.
Yes.
And yeah, we find Lone Star College.
Wow.
I'm so happy.
And
I
here
didn't
you
know
are.
that. Yeah.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. Were you, I think I know the answer to this, but were you nervous about being a student again?
No.
That's what I knew you would say. I knew you would say that.
no.
Yeah, but you were excited to use
It's-
that
yeah.
part of your brain. and
Because,
yeah.
okay, at the beginning, last year,
Sure.
most of the year, 2023, was all the time at home. Kids go to school, some just wait at home, doing chores,
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah.
And they say, but I have to practice because I was doing everything online, many apps. My cousin, he was working at home.
Oh, okay.
And I was just listening here working. He
Yes.
was working, I don't know what, but he was in the phone all the
Yes,
time.
yes.
Hello, this is Brian. And I was in the first floor like, hello, this is Brian. Whatever he said, I was shadowing. And sometimes he said, okay, let's go for lunch. And I say, okay, let's go for lunch. In the car, he goes, okay, can you stop? And I say, no, because I hear in a podcast that you have to shallow if you want to learn. Yeah, and that sometimes I was kind of speaking and I sound like him. No. He's from California. And sometimes I have his accents.
Oh, good.
But then, okay, I say, no, he can understand a little bit that I said.
Okay.
And sometimes he said me something and I say like, for example, he's working and I said, you want something to drink? Yeah, give me a goat. Goat, now I understand goat, the G-O-A-T. On those days, I understood gold.
Oh.
And he had in the fridge something that color, gold, and some goat. But I understand gold. I bring both. Okay, because I'm smart.
Smart, yeah, you
and
are smart, yeah.
And I thought both, and I say, look, and I show the gold. And he
Yes.
was like, you are so smart. Sometimes, but sometimes I'm impressed how dumb you can be. And I say, what's joking? Look, this is what you want. And he said, are you funny me? And I say, no, I was confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, at home always happen that kind of joke situation.
Yes. But did you find over time you were able to understand more what he was saying, what the kids were saying, just from your online practice, right? So when did you start taking classes here?
Last semester.
That was your
August.
first semester? Okay. And what was that experience like when you first started the classes?
That time was really confusing for me because at the first test, the results say you are one level in
Yes.
everything.
Okay.
And when we came to do the papers,
Yeah.
he said, she has been 1 year studying at home. I think she's ready for a test. And I
Yes.
said, you will take the test for me or should I do it? He said, no, you have. And I
have to
said,
take
I'm not ready. He said, I trust you. And I did, wow, 2, 3.
Oh,
I said,
good for you.
Wow.
Yeah, that feels good that you had been working and it paid off. That feels good.
And now, for example, 2 nights ago, my cousin had Spanish homework. And I say, hey, bro, you are... I say, hey, bro, you are failing in Spanish because you want, because you have the best Spanish speaker at home.
Yes, that's
So,
right.
and also I can explain you in English. So you have the complete experience.
Yes, that's right. The whole package.
And I say, oh, look, he understands me. That's amazing.
How old are the kids?
They are 12
Okay.
and the guy is around 15.
Okay, okay. And the 15-year-old is studying Spanish? Okay. How great.
Yeah, he does have a great tutor.
Yes, built in.
But I have to say, your attitude in class
Yeah.
from the very beginning, like, you are always so eager to learn. Like, every new thing, you look excited. Like, you're like, this is thrilling, right? You're just really excited to learn.
What did
It
you
seems like
tell
that,
me
yeah.
yesterday? Thank you for that correction. I've added it to my log. And I was like, you have a log of your, is that what you told me? Like you collect all the things you're learning. Do you have it in a book or something?
It's not like notebook. Now I'm doing it on my calendar.
Yes.
But that's real. This
Wow.
is my brain works like a, I don't know, I forgot the names.
A laptop, computer,
Yeah, no more like computer, like old fashioned. I'm not too young.
a typewriter. You are too young.
I look like 20, but no. Yeah, so I have the information. I say, oh, I have the folder. And I look at my brain. I have everything.
Yeah, you're like filing everything away in a
Yes.
filing cabinet. Yeah.
Now where did you grow up in Colombia? You were in Cartagena?
I grew up in Cartagena.
Okay.
And then I had so bad relationship with my dad. I think he's the worst person in my life, but he's the best person in my life. Because he was kind of crazy parenting, but it helped me.
He was very strict, right?
That word cannot define him.
Yeah. How many, do you have siblings?
We are 5,
Okay.
but from my mom we are 3.
Okay.
My daddy lexicon was impressive.
Yes, okay.
So good when he speak. I said, I want to learn to speak like him. And then I start learning the dictionary from A, the first word,
Wow.
all the time. So I think he put that shit in my brain.
That idea of just collecting information from the time you were young. Are your siblings similar to you? Are your brothers and sisters?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. You to me are such a free spirit.
Yes.
And you are who you are, and it surprises me that your dad is strict, because I would think it's hard to be a free spirit in a house that's really...
Because he was, in my opinion, I respect you, Papi. He was like contradicting himself, because you say, you cannot do this, you have to act like that. But at the same time, he say, your birth is August, that means you are Leo. So that means you are the number 1, you are like the kind of the jungle, you know? So both things, like, he tries to take me down, but at the same time, he was trying to rise my self.
Yes, your self-worth, and tell you you're a leader and that you're... How interesting. And your brothers and sisters, are they artists? What kind of work did that do? Okay, yeah. Are any of them in homeopaths as he was?
No.
No, okay.
No one.
Okay. Do you consider yourself a homeopath? You've talked about it in class. You definitely
I'm passionate
know.
about that kind of things, but the point is I like every field. I like laws, I like medicine, I like art. I kinda everything in one person, just a little bit.
A Renaissance woman.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
So what is your plan? I mean, you have several years still on your visa to continue to study, and
I always, when people ask me, what is your plan?
Yes.
I say, okay, my plan is, and I see the watch, and I say, okay, it's around noon. My plan is take a lunch.
I like that plan.
Me too.
Because, okay, Sandra, she was my cousin.
Yes.
She had tons of plans. I want to go to Colombia to take the kids, but she just came and no more plans. And after that, I say, okay, my plan is to be alive tomorrow.
That's right.
To learn today whatever I can to learn.
Yeah.
To don't go any day, go to my bed without learn something. But the situation for people from another country, it doesn't matter if you are migrant or immigrant,
Sure.
or no migrant. you are like in a game. You don't know what happened tomorrow.
It's true.
So for now, I am enjoying the experience. I was learning, and as a student, that's amazing. I feel like when I was in the high school, my friends, if I can and I wish, I would like to continue studying.
Yeah. Did you like being a student in high school when you were young? Did you always like, I can see that?
It depends, because, for example, my son of my teacher, they taught my older brother, brilliant guy. He studied chemical and chemical, yeah. And she all the time was,
chemistry.
How come you are not like your brother? And I say, because I know my brother.
Did you say it that way?
Inside your head, you did. Yeah.
No,
I think she did it out loud.
because I know my brother. And I say, if I were him, I was in the university, but I'm here, and I know I enjoy your class. I hate that. What happened with me is, for example, I love beans. That's one of my favorite food. If you say me, eat the beans, I will say no. If you say, I eat the beans, I will eat.
Then you will.
But it's the same when you are learning something. Force, nothing.
Yeah. You want to do what you want to do and what you're interested
kind
in.
of. Like when you say, I don't want to follow the rules.
Yes, that's right.
But they say, you don't like rules. Okay. But if you want to ride your bike, you need to use your protection equipment. You say, I will use not because you say. I use because I like.
Yes, because I want to protect my brain.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Sammy, would you tell our listeners what your tattoo says?
The always unstoppable. In the middle, we have 3 circles. My oldest kid, he made the 3 circles. On those days, he said, this is my mom, my dad, my brother. In the middle, I am.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then when I made my tattoo was after Sandra passed away. And when I was here, she called me. I was in the second floor, say, Sammy, I know it's too late, 1 a.m., but I'm hungry. You were sleeping? I said, no. 1 a.m. No. You want to make me something? I want? Oof, I want. I'm dying to cook. And always when I came with the food, she said, you are amazing. You always say yes. And she said, you never stop. When I came back to Colombia, after she passed away, I said, I want to do tattoo because of Sandra inspired me. And this is the 3 circles that I copied from my son. They are my present, my past, and my future. And I'm in the middle.
And you're in the middle. That's really beautiful.
And I feel like you really do embody that.
That's right.
Unstoppable.
Yes.
Like, sometimes I'll say to the students, how's everyone doing today? And everyone's like, okay. And you're always like, I'm great, I'm wonderful, fabulous, fantastic.
Because, whatever your mouth said, your brain trusts that.
But, and everyone feels that around you. When you say that, like everyone, I feel much more positive. Yeah.
Do you think that's Colombian, or is that just you? Or is it both?
A little bit both.
Yeah. Because I have a friend who's Colombian, and she reminds me of you. She just, no obstacle will get in her way. If she sees it, she's going to go for it. And
it's in my DNA.
It's in your DNA, right? We had a unit on that.
Oh,
Joke
okay.
about it a lot. How much of
It's
it
an
is.
inside joke.
It's an inside joke, yes. But it's interesting, isn't it? How much of it is culture, how much of it is your father, your mother, your siblings, and how much of it is just Sammy, you were born that person. That just is so interesting to me. Because I feel like you are teaching your kids the same thing of...
And that's cute when, for example, yesterday, my baby, cute, she sent me a text and say, Mom, I have to thank you. And I say, why? Because of your beautiful face?
You're welcome.
And he said, no, just because, I have to include my dad because I always saw you together fixing things at home. And this morning, my computer wasn't working. And I say, why will do my mom? if I were my mom, if I were my dad, and I just open my computer and I fix it, and they say, oh, look at you, Sammy. And all the time in that kind of situation, say, I did. I did.
Where are your boys now? You have 2 sons, is that right?
2 sons.
Where are they? Where do they live?
They both live in Colombia.
Okay. Do you miss them? Is that hard to be? I mean,
No.
they're adults. Yeah.
No uncertainty.
Next
there.
question. No.
I have to say yes, because you love your kids, you want to hug them sometimes. No. Yeah. So we don't have to lie because they are your kids. You don't have to pretend they are perfect.
Sure,
Because no one is perfect except me. But seriously, I grew up without mom, and I think that made me be like that. I can love you with my whole life, with my entire heart, but I know anytime I can lose you.
Yeah.
Or you can lose me. That could be worst.
Yes.
And then I prepare for that.
Interesting.
And since my babies, they were child, 4, 3, I just talk like, the real life is like that. We are together today, but we don't know what will happen tomorrow. So when I leave, that January 2 years ago, they both were sleeping. And I just hugged them. They didn't realize that my mom is hugging. They're super kind of died. And I hugged both. And I said, I don't know when I come back. My plan is 3 months, but you don't know if your flight crash. Okay, this is the last. And I miss them, but I know they are ready to fly.
Did your mother die when you were young? I missed that
When
part.
I was 1 year,
Oh,
almost
Lord
2.
have mercy. So you probably have no memories of her then? No, you were 1.
And I think that's good. Because
It'd be harder
there is
to
no
have to not
opportunity
have
to miss someone.
Yeah. But I'm sure that shaped you too.
And it maybe even shaped the way your dad parented.
Also,
You
yes.
to have had to raise you by
I guess
himself.
was
Yes.
complicated,
Yes.
kids. Yeah.
Right.
And he was raised like that. My grandpa, my grandma were super strict.
Okay.
So he used the tools that he had.
Yeah, that's right. That was what he knew. And when you're suddenly the only parent, then I bet he felt like he had to be even more strict and had an even more important job to shape you. And wow. And that was in the back of your mind as a mother, that a mother's not guaranteed, so I have to teach these kids to be okay without me. That's really interesting. From the beginning, do you think that was in your mind all along as you were raising them? Wow. And do you think that's part of why you are so, I mean, because I know when your cousin died, you were reminded to live in the present, but it sounds like that was already ingrained before
was there,
then.
but I even when I had that kind of daddy, I had some insecurity,
Sure.
a little bit.
Yeah.
And for example, when I was 15, I say, okay, I don't want to live with him anymore. I cannot support this thing forever. And I moved to another city, and I just was living with my aunties.
When you were 15, you were living with
15.
different family members. Okay.
And then, it's not the same. We in Spanish, we in Colombia say, the guest is amazing, 1 to 3 days. Day 4, you smell so bad. And that's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you're raising your own kids and someone is coming, but you have to feed this person.
And be a host.
And I wasn't in the time that you can work because I was
Oh, you were too
not
young.
ready.
Okay.
And I met my baby's daddy, and it was like, okay, this is, something psychological in your influence. So, okay, this is like my support, my surviving place.
So you met him when you were a teenager?
When I was 19.
19, okay.
Yeah, that's practically teenager.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then, okay, we had the babies, and I say, okay, I have to be with him, even when you are not the perfect couple, but we have 2 kids. And I want to be with him for my kids because I want they have what I didn't have, papi, mommy.
Yeah.
And so you were married for 27 years?
27.
Wow. You have this whole new life right now.
Yes.
It's not just
Yeah.
that you're in another country. You have a new life in every
Every
way.
It's amazing.
you know, 1 month ago, couple weeks when was the snow, everybody at home like relaxed, and I was it's snowing, and just get ready. My cousin called me. Where are you? He called me monkey. Where are you, monkey? Are you in the forest? And I say, I have never been in snow, so I'm enjoying it, taking photos, whatever. And he say, oh, girl, seriously, I never. In Colombia, we don't have that.
Sure.
And he say, okay, enjoy. You are like kid. Really, you are younger than my kids.
Part of your like curiosity and just embracing every experience, every new experience.
I learned how to ride bike when I was 38.
What?
I never did when I was child.
And now you ride your bike to school.
Along
then-
these busy streets,
Yeah.
yes.
And then was because my kid, baby Juanchis, he was riding, and I say, I want to ride because it'll be nice if we can go somewhere. And he taught me, mommy. And he said, oh, look, now I know. And when I start classes, I say, okay, you don't have time to carry me. I can ride my bike. And my cousin say, Sammy, you can ride like you are doing, but it'll be every single day, morning, afternoon. So I think we need
all kinds of weather.
and I say, I'm from the jungle.
That's so Samandra.
And he say, okay, let's take at least one e-bike. It'll be easier.
Right.
However, I just turn off my motor and
just
sometimes I just pedal.
Yeah.
Wow.
And for me, that's amazing. I enjoy it. I stop, take photos,
Yeah.
enjoy the nature.
See, I really think you just like grab every moment.
Yes.
So I'm wondering, what do your kids think of this new life that their mother has started?
I used to meditate, and recently I said, oh, okay, I have to go back my practice because you think you are doing everything okay, but sometimes you have to make sure. And I text them and say, you think that I'm doing everything okay? You think that I did everything okay with you? Just let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know if my trip affect your life. How do you feel about? Kevin, my older, say, Mommy, you enjoy. You are a teenager. You did whatever you have to do.
That's
now
right.
it's our decision.
Yeah.
And my baby say, Mom, you are so cute. You don't have to ask. I
He's
love
right.
you. My older, he's my intellectual part, and my baby, he's my emotional part.
Okay. Yeah.
And they both say, you have to hear your babies. If they are okay, whatever you are doing, I have the approval.
There's so much mutual love and respect, and that independence. Like this is your life, right? Live your life and be happy. It's beautiful.
Can I say you already sacrificed practically your life for us, so now it's time. Enjoy. Just make sure you don't break your bones or something like that.
Enjoy all in one piece.
Don't you start smoking or things like that.
Within reason.
Teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. How long does it take you to ride your bike here in the morning? I mean, it depends on how many times you stop
30
it.
minutes.
Wow.
Now that we have the new pathway.
Yeah, there's a new pathway down.
The Kuchendamm?
So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's nice. Okay.
Before was 40 something.
So you were doing it even before they put that path
Yeah.
in? Were you on the side of the road?
Yeah, but it was too long.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, like you went like a different route. Okay. Okay.
And I like to change my routes because you
Oh,
can
I'm not
see
surprised. Yes.
different places. At the beginning, the first day, I saw a grandma. She was walking the dog, and I say, "I'm on your left. I'm on your left.
Cute.
I'm on your left." And she said, and she was like, "Oh, sorry." I said, "No, you're okay. You're right. And this is your country. You can do whatever you want." And the next day, I was, "I'm on your left."
Yeah.
like
Yeah, the
like
big
the
strong
voice.
voice, yeah.
And then every single day we see each
You
other.
see her every day.
Oh, she's
And
there,
hi,
like,
dear.
I
Oh,
love that.
cute doggy. And people say, you don't feel like shy. embarrassing. I say, no, I'm practicing my speaking.
Yes.
I don't care that she has to try to understand me.
I love it.
That's good. That's why I changed my roots, because I have too many friends.
More opportunities. So
gotta see all your
actually, do
people.
you know people that you speak English with here? Do you know neighbors or friends? No, that's been hard to meet people.
But I think it was in December. My neighbor, she came and say, hi. She didn't know that I did speak like fluent.
Okay.
And I was, yeah, ooh, amazing.
Yeah, smile.
And I said, yeah, the electric bike, amazing. But no,
that's what she was
start, and I say, no, I every morning go to Lone Star College because I learn in English. And she say, oh, okay. And she started speaking it slow.
Good.
So nice. And now, and at mornings when we see, hi dear, how are you doing? That's nice. That's good.
Do you miss Colombia? I mean, just the people and the...
Really, no.
No.
I miss my food.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
my 2 kids, one of my nephews, my niece, and my brother. Because my brother and I, we are like,
He's your another
partners.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so our relationship is like, I tell him, you have time for a coffee? Yeah, and he make coffee, I make coffee, and we just take a coffee.
I love
That's
it.
beautiful.
Or when I came from classes, I say, did you already have lunch? No, okay, let's take lunch
have lunch
together.
together.
I say, oh, what should I do today? I had lunch with my sister. She came, no, video call.
Oh, you did with her too. Thank God for technology to be able to do that. Yes. Have you made friends here in your classes or?
Yeah.
That
All
helps
them.
too. Yes. Do you all see each other outside of class? Do you live in different places?
They already have been together. I couldn't the couple times that they meet. But they always say, you come in and sit down because the weather. I can't sacrifice to go class, but I don't want to sacrifice to go to see you. It's too much.
You won't ride your bike to socialize, right?
Yeah, no, it's too much effort. Yeah.
What I've noticed is you often will sit with people in class who don't speak Spanish, right? To force yourself
Is
to
that on
practice
purpose?
in English.
Yeah, that's the plan. So you are trying to learn English. It doesn't make sense next to someone that speaks Spanish. To speak Spanish, I have my brother every night. It's okay. Sometimes when he's busy, I say, hey, you forget me? I forget me in Spanish. I need you.
Oh, interesting. Because your cousin is American, so you speak English with him and his kids, right? So it's
They're
different. A lot of
American.
our students go home and speak Spanish,
That's the point.
but you do not. When
I
you're at
didn't
home, you're
realize
speaking
that.
At the
English.
beginning, I was mute.
Yeah.
All day, just shallowing.
I can't imagine you
shallowing
mute.
I know. What was that good? So you meditate, and part of meditating sometimes is being quiet and listening. So was that good for you to have to be mute, or was that
That's
taxing?
good. Actually, I have one day a year that I mute myself.
You do.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just for the spiritual practice of it.
It has two purposes. Number one, you can connect with yourself.
Sure.
And the other point, you can taste people around you. For example, I was working and I just wrote a paper. I will don't touch today, so please respect. That's my practice. And so I say, you're stupid. So I say, are you crazy? The other say, are you really like dumb? And you say, oh, look. And someone say, ay, that's nice. When you finish, can you explain me how this works? And they say, okay, this is my person.
Yes.
You are not my person if you are not able to respect
How they
my
respond to
my practice.
Yes.
So I cannot respect you neither.
And
that's
I
good.
bet, sorry I keep interrupting you, but I bet being quiet, then you hear other people more. Because when we talk and fill the space, how do I say it? It's like direct what they're saying. But if you're just quietly listening, then you see people for who they are more clearly, I think.
Also, my dad, my beautiful dad, he was special group when he was military. He taught us many techniques like how to speak, how to listening, because that's an art.
Yes, yes.
And you can speak, but at the same time you can listen.
Yes.
It doesn't mean you have to mute,
Yes.
but sometimes you have to just watch the people and
Observe,
watch people.
yeah.
Just make sure you are understanding what they say.
He taught you so many practical things. That's really interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yes,
So we lived in a city, not safe, absolutely no. And he said me, if you are working, because I have to work to go classes. He said, if you are working and you say someone is coming in front of you, and you feel the bad energy, just don't see the person's face. Pretend you are looking someone behind that person, and that person will assume you are ready to meet with someone,
Okay.
and that person just will keep you. That's work. You see someone? I'm there.
really
I know
smart.
with you, but really I'm with you.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
have to-
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Many
like-
techniques, yeah.
Wow.
That's what I say. I think he was really good in my life.
Yeah.
I really like how you, you know, there are some things you didn't love about how you were raised, like how strict it was, but you also can see all the good things that he gave to you.
That's hard, I think.
Yeah, I think
hope
so.
my children will be able to look at all of our flaws and
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
well,
Yeah,
they tried.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it's worked. I mean, you passed that on to your children because what you just said is they were like, they see you and they get you and they are so appreciative of.
And they said, we don't have kids, we don't want kids.
That's right.
Because we don't want that paper, that job. We saw you rising up. That's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the planet don't need more people,
Yeah.
not for
Yeah,
us.
Yeah.
So she has grand
It's okay
dogs.
that-
You have one grand dog, two
I
grand
have my
dogs.
granddad.
So I'm going to, I'm just kind of curious, changing the subject a little bit, but was there anything that surprised you about the United States when you first came?
Everything.
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 Did you think you knew what it would be like, and then you came and were like, "Oh, that's not."
It's absolutely different because, okay, on movies you see
Yes.
a view, but really it's not like that. Or maybe because this city is different. But one of my three, I had to arrive Orlando. Too many Hispanics.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah.
Nice. And I came Texas, and you always say movies, Texas, everything is like dry,
Cowboys, like,
cowboys.
with a cactus. Yeah.
Everybody talking like that. But no, people, it's not like that. So cute, polite. Even too many days you say, oh, look, it's raining. Oh, today it's raining again. It's not super dry.
Yes, right.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
in Houston.
No,
yes,
Houston
yes,
is not
yes.
super dry.
No, it's-
Yeah, many things. The culture.
Yes.
Here you can walk. I can walk on the street with my phone on my hand, and I feel safe. I can walk at morning, 5 a.m.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That kind of things, I love that. More than technology or the supermarket is
Yeah.
full. Nah,
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
It's the sea.
I care about the
Feeling
safe.
safe.
Wow. Because when you were growing up, you were looking ahead to, that person doesn't make me feel safe. Let me, all
The
these lessons
street,
your dad
here
told
I
you.
can
Yeah.
ride my bike,
Yeah.
super safe. Okay,
Yeah.
I have to
What a
make sure
blessing.
there is no branch following my hair.
Lightning going to hit you or,
But yeah, that's good.
yeah. What a blessing. Yeah, being safe, I think, is something we take for granted.
Yes,
I take it for granted, and it's a good reminder that that is not true for a lot of people to be able to walk down the street and feel.
Something else that I love here, you can go whenever you want to go on pajamas. That's amazing.
That's so funny to hear you say that because I years ago went to lunch with some students here at the I don't know the name of it, but a local place.
yeah.
And there were some young women who came in pajamas, and my students were just horrified. They were like, I cannot believe these young women are wearing pajamas out to lunch, and I'm looking down thinking, what am I wearing? Because I definitely don't dress for success in real life, but it bothered them, so it's so
I
interesting to
love
hear
that.
you say.
One of my trips, I saw people wearing pajamas, and I said, I like that style.
These are my people, right?
And I came to my home country, and I had to go work, and I say, I don't want to wear jeans today. I have to be sitting the whole day. I want something comfortable.
Yes.
What about pajamas?
Yes.
And you know, when I was wearing pajamas, I was
Yeah.
wearing pajamas. I worked so hard.
Funny.
You were just more
My
comfortable.
production
Yeah.
was super high.
better.
My supervisor said, "What are you doing today?" I'm
What's the
wearing
secret to your
pajamas."
success?
And I love wear pajamas.
That's really fun. Well, Sammy, thank you for coming. This was
thank
just
you.
beautiful, and how lovely. Thank you for sharing your stories. It's exactly what I thought
Yes.
it would be. You're unstoppable, and
You are unstoppable.
such a free
Always
spirit.
unstoppable.
And that's
You're
the point.
inspiring.
That's my goal.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you've
Still
achieved
unstoppable.
it. You keep achieving it. Yes. And I think I'm so grateful as a teacher to have you in class, because I think you empower the people around you to be brave and unstoppable too. And
That's one of my philosophies.
Yeah.
That people say, "I'm not working
yeah.
because of my situation."
Sure.
You work and you live. What you do to live? So I have been living for more than 20 years. So now I receiving from the universe what I've been doing well.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the prime.
Yeah.
That's the prime.
All that you put
And you
into it.
bring that positivity to class, to the other
Yes.
students, and to, I think, your teachers.
Yes, for sure.
We feel that. We feel your positivity.
That's the plan.
So thank you.
Well, it's working. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming here today. This was
a
really
pleasure.
fun. Yes. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and I especially want to thank my nephew, Jack Jacari, who is a real musician. He wrote the music for our podcast, but he writes and performs with a guitar, with a piano, he plays the drums, he does all the things. So you can listen to his music at Jack William on Spotify, so you should subscribe today. And I also want to thank my husband, Eddie Brega, for producing and editing and judging as we are recording and correcting and interrupting, and then starting again and taking his time on this. So thank you for listening, and tune in to the next one.
The views and opinions expressed in this interview are those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of Lone Star College.